All right, welcome back everybody. Anybody that's new here, thanks for joining me today. If you aren't new here, you know it's been a while. And I've had a horrible last month here, and I don't want to get into it, so we're just going to try and get out fishing. It is a dreary fall day, and I'm going to go try and find some big panfish this morning. I haven't been out fishing in a while, and it's one of those things, I just need to go chase some big panfish. If you guys have been around for a while, you know the big panfish, that's going to be what I'm chasing 90% of the time. I think if it's cold enough, I haven't been out so I don't know the water temps, but if it's cold enough I should be able to find some giant crappies, or I'll just look for some giant bluegills. Those are my guys, so keep your fingers crossed for me. You guys see those next. But yeah, if you guys are new here, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. I have some big things for this winter I want to do, and I need to hit about 20,000 subs, and we're pretty close, so keep your fingers crossed. Everyone that sees this is liking and subscribing, because we got some big things we got to do this winter, and hopefully you guys are following along. So let's go catch some fish. Okay, I'm gonna start with these white 3-inch easy shiners from GIANT. Not sponsored by them, but they do work. So throw one of those guys on a jig head, cast it at some underwater structure. Hopefully there's some big fish around. Oh, and if you guys ever want to help out the channel, everything linked in the description helps out the channel. But I have these bags that I've been using. I kind of like them. It's just, I mean, it fits a couple of these containers of the like soft plastics and stuff, and yeah, it's good to organize. Keeps life a little bit more simple. There's one. That's not a bad start. Look how fat that thing is. The thing's only like 12 inches long, but it's like, that might not even be 12. Yeah, it's not. It's only it's only an 11-inch crappie. Slabs. Do that again. He thumped it. That means they're probably feeding good. Just keeping it simple with this GIANT. Then I open the jig head a little bit, so if you guys can see that, I don't know if you can. So I opened up the angle a little bit, so I don't have to set the hook so hard on them. Because if you're new to fishing for crappie, they have really soft mouths, and you can basically just rip it out of their face. So I'm just basically reeling into them with a light little hook set. Don't want to rip it out of their face right away. I'm just kind of slow rolling it back over some structure. Gotta keep it simple with crappie. Don't overcomplicate it. Got something. I don't know what it is. Oh. That's not a crappie. It's about the size of a crappie. That's too funny. That dude slurped a minnow like it was no other. That was cool. Just switched to a gulp. I'm gonna have to get my bump board out for this guy. Big old 9.5. I will take it. I thought something was a little weird with that one. He dumped it really hard. Okay, so I moved to a different spot on the lake that's actually got a bunch of cribs like scattered all over the place out here. And I'm just bouncing a jig above them because I'm not seeing any fish really. So most fish I think are down in the cribs. That guy came out of nowhere and thumped it. I can feel those bites on this, and that was definitely, I was like, that's not a crappie. I thought it might have been a walleye or something just because I'm fishing, you know, so deep right next to the cribs and stuff. I will take a bunch of those though. They're always fun. Big fall panfish. What? What was that? Something hit it right when it hit the water. I think I got another one. Oh. There's one of those bigger ones. Seem to be mixed together today. I mean, he's about the average size. That thick 11. Let's see. And bump board. Oh, that guy's a 12. That was cool. That dude thumped the crap out of it. Well, like I said, I'm just kind of drifting around. These cribs they're only in like 15 to 20 feet of water. So I'm just casting out over the top of them and basically just jigging it back. I mean, that's as simple as way as I can put it. And just kind of doing those sweeps, and I'm keeping my finger on my line waiting to feel the bite. A white bass? I only got 6-pound test on this rod. Usually when I'm fishing for these guys, I fish 8 or 10. These guys are going to be feeding heavy right now too. Just as fun as the crappie and big bluegill, so I'll take them. But that was kind of a surprise. Just made a cast out and he hit it before it even sank down to the bottom, so they must be cruising the surface right now. Okay, so moved to the other side of the lake. I've been putzing around. There's a weed line in here, and I'm seeing fish. I just can't get them to bite. I don't know. They're probably bluegills. I keep throwing my minnow around because I'm trying to get some bigger fish, and I wanted to get more crappies, but I don't know if they're set up yet. I don't think the water temp's cold enough. It's still 66 degrees where I'm at, so I'm gonna keep pushing around and see if I can find some more big crappie. Otherwise, I might switch it over. I did bring some red worms, so I can pick apart some big bluegills if I can find the bigger ones. So hopefully, keep your fingers crossed. We get a couple more big panfish before I gotta go today. Okay, I didn't want to switch to bluegills this quick, but I am seeing a ton of big fish, but they are not biting. So I'm gonna put my ultra finesse setup on. Those of you guys wondering, this is like a 1/82 ounce sickle hook jig. I can link it in the description for you guys if you guys want to duplicate this fall still. This works all the way till ice up. So just a little plain sickle hook jig. I paint it, then little piece of red worm on a slip bobber. Very simple. And yeah, if these are bluegills, I should catch some. Got one. What is it? I think it's a bluegill. Yep. Big chunky female. I knew those guys had to, but that's driving me nuts because these guys will chase down a minnow. I just don't want to commit to it today, but they almost never pass this up. Here we go. What are you? Feel pretty strong. What are you? Oh, that's why. Another big, fat, healthy female. They're getting thicker. What are you? That thing is thick. I wasn't recording on the hook set on that one, but that's because I just cast out kind of blindly. This thing was just swimming with it, so there must be suspended. Could definitely eat some of those. What are you? You feel bigger. Here. Just drifting out here in no man's land. Finally got one of those bigger ones. That's probably a 13. Let's see. Yeah, 12 and a half if I close the mouth. Still a decent crappie. Not a bad day. I find another one. Whatever this is pulling hard. I think that's a bluegill though. Yeah, it's just a giant bluegill. That might be a 10. Yeah. Mammoth bluegill. That's a bump board 10 and a quarter. She's gonna get a good fit photo. Look at that giant. Big old 10 and a quarter. She's got some battle wounds. Gonna get her back. Well, that was sick. That big old 10 1/4 female, but definitely went over a pound. I do need to get me one of those scales that everybody seems to like using, but I will take it. It's been a long time since I've been out fishing, and yeah, I just those things are so much fun. Comment below if you like big bluegills as much as I do, or if you guys are just kind of getting sick of me catching those this year. I wish I could share these places with you, but it's one of those things. Those that know they would get destroyed if I told the world where there were 10-inch bluegills like that. But I am going to try and catch a couple more of those. Apparently the crappie and the big bluegills are mixed in with each other, so I will take it. This lake actually has some 15, 16-inch crappies in it. I haven't got a 16 out of it yet, but I've gotten pretty close, so it's worth trying. So I'm going to try a little bit longer before I got to go. I'm trying to set my alarm off. Turn my alarm off. I hooked the fish. Just out here drifting around. That is a giant female. The thing is huge. Like 9.5. Look at that thing. That is a monster. Okay, let's get it back. That is easily a 1-pound bluegill. That is a giant female, like gigantic, like just beefy. That thing definitely went over a pound. Any of you guys want to donate some money so I can get a freaking scale? You know you guys can support me by buying stuff in the description below, and then yeah, if you guys ever feel like it, there's this thing called Super Thanks. So if you guys want to just leave donations on any of my videos, you can. Yeah, I would love to get one of those scales, except the ones I was looking at are like 80 to $100, so I'm not getting any of those anytime soon. But if you guys do donate, I will put some money away, and if you guys comment below, let me know, should I get one of those scales? I'm talking about a digital food scale. You put a basket on it, and then you put that guy in the basket, and then that way you can tell exactly how big things are. But I don't know. I'm gonna probably fish for a little bit while longer here. I'm gonna eat lunch here soon, so hopefully I can get a couple more of those before I gotta go. That feels like a good one. Yep. Another giant. Oh, that's a big one. That is a freak. We over 10 again? Yep. Another 10. Another giant going back. I will take all the 10s I can get. You guys clean over here. There we go. That's something decent. Another 10. Another 10 1/4. Never get sick of catching you guys. What was that, like 3 or 4 10 pluses today? Not bad for the first day back in a while. Little guy. Not sure. Not little. Just muscled this monster in. Oh, that's funny. Little tank. Here's another big one. Crazy head shakes on this thing. I think that's my first chunky male of the day. Might just be bleached out, but thick. This guy made the mistake of getting too close to the surface one time, got pecked real good. Okay guys, I don't know what you're gonna see last. Hopefully it was that chunk male. I believe you guys saw that one. I can't keep track of them. I know I caught a couple big decent giant bluegills today. Like I said, comment below if you guys want me to pick up one of those scales so you guys can understand how big these fish actually are. It's not that they're just, you know, they're 10 inches, which is special, but like the fact that they're over a pound is just crazy. And I mean, I'm in Wisconsin, so this is one of the few places that I know of that you can get these guys. I have some places around the country I've been wanting to go hit up, but can't afford to do it yet. But when I can, I'm going to go chase some other giant panfish. Comment below if you guys are excited for those videos. And then remember, like I said at the beginning of this video, if you guys skipped that, I'm going to be trying to do some crazy stuff this winter. And then I do want to take a couple of you guys out ice fishing. I'm going to see if I can get to 20,000 subs. And if I can hit 20,000 subs, I will take as many of you out ice fishing as I can, like as long as the winter is good. So remember, subscribe if you're new here, and then yeah, hit that like button for some jumbo bluegills. It was a good day coming back to the water. See you guys next time.